Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of International Soccer Break. We're celebrating the holiday season. We hope you're celebrating wherever you are. I'm here with Rahi and Roy.
We're back.
A Christmas tree and a little ugly sweater going on.
It's a nice sweater. Says it right on the top. It's a very nice sweater. Look at this. You know who that is? Are you guys in tune with popular culture?
Looks like Richard Nixon.
No,
Right.
It looks like Greg Berhalter.
It's Greg Berhalter's brother, the one that was CEO of US Soccer.
Right.
Oh,
Jay
exactly.
Berhalter, his name was.
Yep,
Jay.
this is Jay Berhalter on my sweater.
Yeah.
Nice
So-
festive Jay Berhalter sweater. Good job, guys. You guys are real good at
Can you imagine? Wow.
popular
That's
culture.
a collector's item.
That's a hard buy this Christmas season. I think people are just trying to get it for their children all over the country.
They sure are. He's quite the Christmas icon.
Yeah.
Jay
Just-
Berhalter. Brought
that
us a
one
lot
came
of
out
joy.
just after the Sunil Gulati special Christmas edition as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sunil, I miss that guy. Man,
Those items.
Nobody misses that guy.
No. You know who I don't miss, but also who is proving himself as being an exceptional leader? Ernie Stewart. My goodness. He wasn't so great for the US, I thought. Look at what he's doing at PSV. 15 wins in 15 games. Are you
Yeah.
freaking kidding me? Unbelievable. He has them in the knockout phases of the Champions League. Like
They look incredible. Yeah.
it's incredible. He's doing it with 3 Americans in the lineup. Like, holy cow. And they're going to bring Miles Robinson most likely. Like, this is awesome. It's nice to see a guy that didn't do so well, national team, going off and carrying the Americans over. I love it. It's a beautiful story. Beautiful Christmas story.
And so for the festive season, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about, I should say, the Americans in Europe. And we're going to say who has been naughty nice or a ghost of Christmas past this season. How do you guys like that?
I like that. I like
What is Naughty the best one?
We'll go naughty is the best.
Wow. A couple
Nice
of naughty
is,
boys.
nice
here.
is neutral. Nice is there, but, not excelling. And then, of course,
All
Ghost
right.
of Christmas Past. I don't even have to talk about what that is. So let's get into it here. What we're going to do is this. Let's look at this. This is sort of the team. I'm using the October roster because that was when people were not
Okay.
injured. Obviously, a big missing name on here is Tyler Adams, but he hasn't really played much at all this year. Has he played at all, actually? I'm not even sure if he's got a single minute of this year. So
Nope.
Does
Yeah.
he still live in Europe? He still lives in Europe, right? I mean, I wonder, like, he could have moved by now.
He could move. He could work remotely at this
Yeah.
point because
He could work remotely.
Have
Absolutely.
doesn't have to show up in person. Kind of like me in my tech job. Just no need to show up in person.
yeah,
He's working from the Bahamas if he wants.
that's what I was
a
going
great
to say. He's
idea.
right
Actually.
in
He
the
should have been
Bahamas.
working virtually.
It's
Should
not
be
a
in the
bad idea.
Bahamas. But
Yeah.
anyhow, so here's kind of what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show this for another few seconds here. So obviously we've got the goalkeepers. Everyone's aware of Horvath, Turner, some defenders in there, all through Europe, and then you have midfielders. Everyone's kind of aware of these people, and forwards are probably the most well known on this list to fans everywhere out there. But we got a couple other names I'm sure that we brought up, which are less familiar to US soccer fans. Roy Cito is the king of finding some obscure American players wherever they may play, whether it's, the American Samoa or I don't even know where you find these people. But all right,
Guilty of
I think that's
charge.
enough. That's enough of this list. So everyone got this good. Everyone know these players. U.S. men's national team. For those of you who are fans of international teams that are not the U.S., it's going to be a learning opportunity. So let's get into it. Let's break it down, and we'll start off with Ghosts of Christmas Past.
We start with that one.
Ooh.
That's very depressing. Okay.
That's a very sad start to
That's
the holidays.
I want to crescendo into the excellence.
Yes,
I
yes,
mean-
yes.
This list has to start with one player who is playing from time to time, but when he does play, he's basically invisible because the ball goes right through him into the goal.
Like
And that
a
is
ghost.
Mr. Matt Turner, who is playing.
Oh
like a
no!
ghost
Don't
right
bring
now.
him up. No.
He's playing like a ghost, Roy. He's
Oh.
basically unbelievably bad, and I don't get it because he's a great goalie, and I've said this time and time again.
Yeah.
I never worry about the goalie position on the U.S., but I'm very worried. What is going on? another giveaway against Tottenham, a terrible giveaway, and then has a chance to save it, and the ball's directly at him.
That hurt my heart so bad. So bad. Because it's the second. The giveaway's fine. Sometimes the goalie's going to give it away. But then the forward comes, shoots it in his near post. Not even a difficult angle. It's not like it's upper corner. Not like he has to reach. It's kind of at his head.
Yeah, Kulusevski's shot was right at him. Yeah.
This, and it goes in, and he collapses, and he knows that this is probably the end of his time at Nottingham Forest. I don't think they're going to be giving him other chances after this. It's just so heartbreaking. And that's the second near post goal he's given up in a month against US against God. Who did they just play against?
Trinidad, man. Come on, man.
That's right. Trinidad and Cuba. He gave up that near post.
You've already removed it from
Block
your
that out
memory.
of your
Okay.
memory.
So who else?
Tyler Adams, man. Tyler Adams, we talked about him working remotely. I mean, I don't even know when is he ever going to play again.
I mean, he's
I'm not
injured, though,
sure.
so I think we got to give
but
him a little bit of
it's
slack.
that
there.
kind of injury where if it was a torn ACL, fine. If it was a major injury, a broken leg, something along these lines, then fine. But it's been like small injury that was a little more serious than expected. And now we don't know when he's coming back. No one's talking about him anymore. It's just this weird situation where the man has disappeared.
Okay.
It's turned into a ghost. We don't know where he is. We don't know what he's up to. Is he almost back to action? I don't know.
Yeah, I usually give people the benefit of the doubt on health stuff, so I wouldn't
man.
I wouldn't talk
That's
about
fine.
him, but
Maybe we're being
everyone else.
unfair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to throw one at you guys. I'm going to say, for me, a guy that I really liked when he was in MLS, he was growing. He had this technical ability that was very uncommon for Americans. He went to Europe, started doing amazing, went to a bigger team, and then it's just been all downhill. That's Mr. Brendan Aronson.
The Medford
My
Messi
goodness.
himself.
They're talking about cutting him. Have you heard this? They're
didn't
talking
hear
about cutting his contract, his loan short, sending him back to Leeds. He's not going to play for Leeds. Leeds is killing it in the championship. They have their midfield set. What's his next step, man? This guy has either severe confidence issues or maybe he punched above his weight for a little period of time and now we're finding out the truth, his deficiencies. I don't know.
I think it's a physicality thing. I think it's one of those things. He's a young player, and his lack of some physical traits has been exposed. And you can work through that. I think he's going to have a summer where he really gets himself in a different kind of shape, and I think that could make the difference. To me, it's all physical. It happened at Leeds. He started off strong, then he looked like he was fatigued, pushed off the ball really easily. Now he's sort of the same. It's just he needs to figure out a way to be more protective of possession, and the only way he can do that is if he learns to use his body, which doesn't really have right now. Right?
Okay.
It's too far away from that,
I think we've
He's been
dwelled
doing
on
what
this.
he can.
Any other names real quick before we move on?
Quick
The show is
list. We
taking
don't
a very
need a
sad
deep
turn.
dive, but this is fun throwbacks here. Daryl Dike is one that, man, I was excited about this guy. And again, injury problems, but I don't know if we'll see much of him. Taylor Booth is one I was also extremely excited by. Injury issues, hasn't really broken back in the lineup. And then our pair over in Venezia, Tessman and Busio. Couple guys.
Busio, man. Busio's disappeared.
Yeah, especially Busio.
Yeah.
Especially Busio. Again, they're doing well. They're doing well in Venezia, but it's Venezia, Serie B. Like, that's so far below any other league that we should be paying attention to. It's a rough one,
Okay.
man.
I got to
All
throw
right.
Cade Powell out there just because Cade
Gotta
Powell
throw Cade
hasn't
Powell out there, yeah.
really done it yet. But let's see.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
Benjamin Button, man. The years progress and he gets a little worse each year. I don't understand it. And he's only 19? He's
No, he's got time.
Yeah, he'll
Right.
be fine. He'll be fine. Okay, moving on to let's get to the nice. So these are, of course, to repeat, players that have not blown it out of the water and absolutely killed it, but also are not disappeared. And so who do we got?
Headlining this list for me is Folan Balogun, right? We've expected a lot from him, and he hasn't yet reached that next level, but he's been fine. He scores intermittently, has good performances intermittently. He has assists from time to time. He's okay. Hasn't been amazing for the U.S. either. He's been okay. For me, he's in that middle tier right now. I want more from him, but I'm okay with it.
I think we got too excited about, especially you, Rocky. You were basically crying when he announced his allegiance to the U.S. You were crying tears of joy. And I think we got a little bit too over the moon with Guy. He hadn't really proven himself in Europe enough for us to get that excited. I think he's just going to be all right. I've been saying it for months, and you keep making fun of me. I prefer Pepe over Balogun. Might be a crazy take. We'll check back in a year, but I'm not loving what I'm seeing from Balogun.
Too much eggnog, Roy. You're having too much eggnog, man.
You got too
Yeah.
much
So
eggnog.
who else? Who else is in this category?
I'm going to throw out Timothy Weah,
Yeah,
Chris
I was gonna say-
Richards. Those are two guys that I think are doing fine. They're in and out of the lineup. Timothy Weah, for me, I wanted to throw him in a different lower category because I expected a lot from this guy. I expected more assists, a couple goals, but he's just not having the impact that I expected, at least. So those are a couple guys I think are worthy of including here.
CCV for me, decent.
Good one.
Just coming back from injury.
Okay.
But I want to get to the next list. That's the one I'm
Yes,
excited.
this is the exciting list, the naughty list. All right. So that means for this
Mhm.
show, that means you are killing it.
You're
And
nasty.
you are balling. You're
There is
nasty, naughty, all
one
those kind of things.
player who tops this list, and it's not even a question. He is the best player for us over the past couple of years because the force is strong with him, Roy. Jedi Robinson has been killing it
I didn't expect
over
that.
and over and over again. He's an excellent player. He's been the best player in a U.S. jersey for us almost every time he's played, and he's doing it at Fulham. He is incredible. This man has been naughty, Roy, this year.
I did not expect you to say that. I am pleasantly surprised. That was a wonderful little curveball. I thought you were going to say what everyone would be saying, which is Christian Pulisic, which does belong in this category based on the numbers he's putting up. He frustrates me because his performances are just poor half the time. They're just such bad performances, but he'll sneak in a goal and fine, and everyone's happy. But if you sit down and watch the games from start to finish, you're so frustrated with him. And then he scores, and then you're happy, and then everything's good. But yeah, I would throw Pulisic on this list based on the numbers he's putting up, but not because of his performances.
Yeah, he's there. He's come back. He's back to life, rejuvenated. And Weston McKennie's got to be on this list, man.
Yep.
Left for dead at this club. Told him he wasn't in their plans. Looked for a new club in the summer. Was terrible at Leeds. He's been a man reborn, man. This is a team that can win the Scudetto. They might very well do so. They're a good team. He's an important piece, man. I'm really happy with how he's turned it around.
Yeah. I'm going to throw in three guys here. They're on the edge of naughty and nice, but I'd put the three of them as of today on the naughty list, which is Serginho Dest, Timothy
Very
Tillman.
naughty. Serginho
Very
Dest.
naughty. He's
naughty
the
on
definition of naughty.
in multiple ways. Yeah.
God, what he did in the last game, the little Ronaldinho.
Serginho Dest is the mascot for this particular category. But
he is the mascot. He is the headliner here. But yeah, I would put him. I would put Tillman as of recently, and Pepe as of recently as well.
Yes.
Pepe has been struggling up until, I would say, 2-3 weeks ago. He's starting. He's scoring. He's assisting in Champions League. The kid is looking good, man. I'm really, really excited about what he's doing.
Yeah. So the PSV boys making it into
the PSV boys, the PSV trio, soon to be 4 with Miles, maybe. We'll see.
Where does Greg belong on this list?
I mean, he's not a ghost because he's definitely.
Is there what is it? Coal in the stocking? Is that one of the categories? Anyhow, well, so overall, I think there's been some strong points, and we'll continue to look and see as we get into next year what more the U.S. men's national team players can contribute. And in the meantime, everyone, subscribe to the channel. Have a good festive holiday season. We hope everyone enjoys their time with their families. Watch some soccer out there. And as we always say,
there's one guy, my friend, we did not mention, which puts him in the ghost category automatically, the superhero, Giovanni Reyna. None of us mentioned Giovanni Reyna.
Yeah. That's because he has a category. He has a category all on his own. But
let that sink in, my friends.
Yeah. Well, we'll finish there. We'll finish with that. And we will say, as we always do, have a happy holiday season and Go USA.
Go USA.
Go
Got the
USA.
mistletoe
Go
here.
USA.
Blow me a kiss,
Oh,
Rocky.
look at that.
Rocky.